All right, Dr. Dave here. Welcome back. I've been promising / threatening you with my top 10 health-related behaviors. These are fluid and ever-changing. Some, the three biggies, really have not ever changed. Let me just go through my current iteration. All right. The first one would be manage your diseases. That makes sense, right? I'm all about health, happiness, and longevity, increasing your health span, the number of years that you live in good health, rather than the 20% of those years most of us live in poor health. But the only way I can do that is if I help you manage responsibly those diseases you have. Now, as a psychiatrist, of course, the diseases I help you manage would be depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, ADHD. Those would be the biggies. And then the kind of transdiagnostic symptoms that go along with those, which are usually mood, energy, anxiousness, fretfulness, attention, concentration, impulsivity, compulsivity, and then, of course, focus, motivation, joy, pursuit of happiness, all those things. Now, beyond that, then, I incorporate the rest of these top 10. Okay, and again, in no particular order. Number 2, sleep on it, right? Get your 8 hours of sleep. I've preached on this every single time I think I've ever done a video, and I have all kinds of strategies, natural and prescription. I can get you sleeping, trust me. And I can usually get you to wake up in the morning, which is also critical. Number 3, eat your vegetables. That's just my little way of remembering to tell you, watch what you put in your mouth. I think that goes across the board. In terms of food, that simply means, a good balanced diet. It doesn't matter whether you're paleo, Mediterranean, DASH, whatever. Stick to some cohesive, sustainable, reproducible diet, and you're probably going to do well. 2 strategies, of course, that I preach on. Don't ever let your blood sugar spike. And then also minimize those proteins that are likely to mount an exuberant immune reaction, particularly red meat, and gluten. Good luck with that. Next, walk it off. Get your 10,000 steps in or something equivalent to that. I'm a big fan of exercise. I'm a bigger fan of non-exercise activity. Just keep moving. Next, basically, go to mediation. What does that mean? Well, what it tells me is to remind you that many of your psychoneuroimmunological perturbations that cause symptoms or prevent your being ultimately healthy and maybe even your longevity and your health span would be measurable and correctable, right? So that's why I measure a lot of neurotransmitters in addition to the usual blood work, as well as your hormones, including your adrenal hormones and output. Make new friends, but keep the old ones. What does that mean? An expanding social network after the age of 50 correlates with health, happiness, and longevity. Slow down, you move too fast. Remember the French saying, it is the pace that kills. Even William James, the father of modern American psychology at least, once said, it is neither the nature nor the amount of our work that leads to our nervous breakdowns, but rather this kind of crazy notion that we don't have enough time. Slow down. Right? Pace yourselves. Next would be practice gratitude. And this is my Geico mnemonic I've talked about before, GEICO, just like the little gecko, right? G stands for gratitude, E, enthusiasm, I, interpretive style, C, curiosity, O, optimism. I have people keep a journal at night, right? My gratitude journal, my Geico journal, where they write down before they go to sleep, much like we used to do our prayers. Remember that? Get off your phone, get off your electronic devices, turn the TV off, and just practice less than 5 minutes. A gratitude journal. Next, spend some time alone. I call this solitary refinement. And I think it was Albert Einstein who said, if I can remember it correctly, I live in that solitude which is painful in youth but delicious in the years of maturity. Just get used to spending some quality time alone with your thoughts and feelings. Quit running from them. That's what leads to many of our bad habits. And then lastly, unto the breach. This is a quotation from Kay Jamison, a psychiatrist who suffered from bipolar disorder. And she wrote a book kind of moving, frankly, quite poignant. Night Falls Fast, talking about her descent into depression. But she said, the breach between what we know and what we do is lethal. Much of what I have told you and continue to preach to you, you already know. You're going to say, great, Dave, I've heard that before. But this is then where I'll trip you up. Not that I'm trying to, but you got to watch me. I'm sneaky, right? Psychiatrist. The breach between what we know and what we do is lethal, right? So what's keeping you from acting on that knowledge that you possess, but don't uniformly or routinely enact? Well, that's where you might want to talk to somebody, a health coach, a clergy, a friend, if you have any by now. Remember, make new friends, but keep the old ones. Or you might want to talk to a professional, a therapist, even a psychiatrist. Okay, that's all I got now. Come back and spend some quality time with each of these over time. But for now, Dr. Dave signing off. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, be safe and stay sane, for crying in a bucket. All right, thanks. Talk to you next time.